Hello and welcome back to my Vampire Survivors series where I try to unlock all of the things. Today, I'm going to start by unsealing all these. And I'm then going to pick my character after... Oh, I can unlock this one. Oh my god, these characters are so strong. Or so expensive. And probably strong. Cannot be damaged but disappears after reaching the current time limit. Alright, we'll worry about that later. For now, we're going to play Suto. And, you know, we're going to try to get 100,000 kills on this guy as well. We'll see what we can do. Now, this character's interesting because he starts with a hidden knight sword. And so he kind of makes me want to try like a full retaliatory damage build. Which means that I don't want any of these. Or any of these. I guess I'll upgrade that. I mean, what do I really want? So I want the Victory Sword and the Rune Tracer. And then I also want, like, Garlic Fuulu. And then I guess I could take, like, Silver Wind. I can get another Night Sword. That's humorous. Oh my god, this is... I'm just using, like, all of my rerolls, bro. Sure, I'll take the crown. Seems good. Okay, sure. Silver Wind. I'm just going for Silver Wind because it gives, like, extra healing, as far as I'm aware. Okay. Here's the whip. Because I'm going for retaliatory damage and also, like, the Muramasa or whatever. Oh, wow. Nice. The Muramasa drains your health, right? So, like, it's pretty sus. And there's Rune Tracer, my god. So now I need Vento Sacro. I would take Garlic, but I need Vento Sacro to union the whips. So I'm gonna do that. Plus Garlic isn't even that good of like a... Oh my god, what is... I'm just like getting everything that I need, bro. Garlic doesn't even heal for that much, so I'm not too worked up about it. But, yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm expecting this run to be, like, pretty free, all things considered. Like, I think everybody already knows this, but the Victory Sword is one of the best weapons in the game, and Divine Bloodline is one of the best Arcana in the game. So, yeah. I'm expecting this to be a free win, but that's okay, because I kind of just want to be able... Also, I'm, like, getting really lucky with my drops. Aside from, like, those first few levels where I rerolled a bunch, everything's been perfect. But, anyways. Yeah, I kind of just want to get 100,000 kills. I do technically have a win with this character already, though it wasn't on inverse mode. But, you know. It would be chill, I guess, to... Yeah, Tome's good, right? What do I need? I don't think I need anything. Everything that I could need is really, like, on the map, right? Almarola. I already have Hollow Heart and I have armor. And I'm not gonna get the gift from Victory Sword. So... yeah, let's take the Tome. Tome's never bad, right? Aside from that... I mean, maybe I could end up taking the Clover? Because I might end up getting the Arcana that gives extra crit damage. And like Victory Sword, Night Sword, and the Whips can all crit. So, that could be okay. Yeah, anyways, you know, honestly I'm kind of hoping that this is more of a chill run. Because a lot of these runs have been pretty difficult, I will be honest. I don't know if it's like this map or just me being bad or like the characters are just not as overpowered. I don't know, but you know, I'm looking for at least a little bit of a chill time. But anyways, that being said, I guess I'll go ahead and talk more about this series. So, you know, I've been kind of thinking for a while, like, oh man, what am I gonna do after I finish Vampire Survivors? I don't know, because I don't really have a game set up necessarily to like replace this in this series. If I do want to replace this, that's still not super clear to me right now. But I've been made aware that there is a Vampire Survivors DLC in the works that they are planning to release somewhat soon. I don't remember exactly when, to be completely honest. But, yeah, that's what I've heard. I saw it in the YouTube comment, and then I kind of looked it up a little bit, and I saw it online. I'm like, okay, that's cool. So that's definitely something more that I'm considering. I still don't know if I'm going to do another series after I finish that DLC. Another like Survivors-like game. Not 100%. I think right now what I'm struggling with is that I am spending quite a bit of time on content creation between YouTube and streaming. I'm pretty sure I've talked about this before, but I was thinking about it more earlier today because when I originally started streaming, I actually wanted to stream every single day. Like, I wanted to be a daily streamer. And then I had this plan of doing pre-recorded streams if I ever wanted to like take a break, or you know, if I was sick or something, then I could, you know, just play a pre-recorded stream, and that would be that. Now, it's actually interesting. The game that I was thinking about playing was Death Stranding, and that's a game that I own, and I played for like an hour, and I realized I don't really like it, which is kind of sad because I'm kind of a fan of the Metal Gear Solid franchise, although I've only played like 2 or 3 of the games. I just think that the series is really cool and interesting. But anyways, that was my plan, was that I wanted to like do pre-recorded streams, stream every day, only have the pre-recorded streams if I like needed to take a break because I was sick or something. But I guess I'll just take Toronto's box, whatever. But I ended up not doing that because I realized that streaming every day, it's a lot of time, and so I kind of wanted more free time just in case, you know, I wanted to do something else. I didn't want to burn out on streaming because I wanted it to just be something fun that I did. And I'm pretty sure I've talked about this very recently, maybe even in the previous episode. But like right now, I like where I'm at in terms of streaming. I stream 4 days a week, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and there are plenty of times where I'm actually feeling like, man, I can't wait to stream because I really like playing the game that I'm streaming right now. And I think that that's a good thing, right? I should be looking forward to streaming. I shouldn't be like, you know, feeling, I don't know, like, oh man, I gotta stream today again. Maybe I'll make it a short stream, whatever, right? And so I like where I'm at. Now, the thing is, as it stands right now, I'm still, or I guess also doing daily uploads on YouTube, right? Like Vampire Survivors, and then on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I do Slay the Spire. And so, even though I'm not streaming on those days, it's still like, you know, a 1 hour commitment to do Vampire Survivors. 2-hour commitment to do Slay the Spire and Vampire Survivors, sometimes a little bit more, depending on how long the runs are. And so, you know, what started as me wanting to give myself more free time has kind of turned into I'm still spending a lot of time on that stuff, which is fine, actually. I don't really mind it. I don't feel burnt out. Definitely the Vampire Survivors videos, sometimes it's like difficult for me to find time on some days or whatever. And that's not because I don't enjoy the game. It's just like, you know, I got to make sure that I'm recording the episode, uploading it, making the thumbnail, all that stuff, right? And so, in that sense, it can sometimes be a little bit of a trudge. And so, it's left me in a weird spot where I don't know what I want to do with the future uploads. Because, you know, if I did play another game that's like a Survivors, like, you know, a similar game to Vampire Survivors, essentially, I don't really know what that would entail. You know, how long would those videos be? How long would that series be? Do I even want to play another game that's like Vampire Survivors? I don't know. And so, this is completely, you know, preliminary. I don't know if that's even the right word. But, you know, my initial thoughts are that when I finish my Vampire Survivors series, I might transition it into the Slay the Spire series, with daily Slay the Spire episodes. And then when I finish the Slay the Spire series, I might transition that into a daily series of some other kind. And I think that I prefer that more. Now, I mean, the other thing is that I don't even know if there's going to, like, how many more games am I going to do? Do I even want to keep doing daily uploads? Because, you know, another aspect is that, right, like, the YouTube thing is not, that was not my initial plan. Just doing YouTube videos. My initial plans were all based around streaming. And I think that that's what I mainly want my focus to be on, is the streaming. Just because that's what I care about more. I still enjoy doing the daily YouTube videos, and it even gives me an opportunity, like I've mentioned before, to play games that I wouldn't normally stream, right? Like, Vampire Survivors, while I did at one point in time think about doing like a stream centered around these types of games, as I've streamed more, I've come to realize like what I prefer to play when it comes to streaming, and it's not really these types of games. What I think tend to gravitate towards when it comes to stream are games that have like defined endings, if that makes sense. So, you know, like a game that has a story or a campaign, something along those lines, where it's like I can start it and then I know when I can end it. That's just, I think, what I want to focus on personally when it comes to streaming. I know that a lot of people that are like variety streamers, for example, they'll play a game, you know, maybe they'll only play it once, maybe they'll play it for a few streams, eventually they'll get bored of it, and they'll move on to something else. And, like, that's obviously totally fine, right? Like, I have no issue with that, with other people doing that. But that's not what I want, because I want to actually, like, play games and complete games. And so, that's why I like the daily uploads, because it gives me a chance to play games that I wouldn't normally stream. But, again, I think that right now it feels very distinct, right? Like, my YouTube uploads and my stream feel completely separated. At least to me, they do. I don't know, maybe they're not. I'm pretty sure they are, because I get views on my YouTube videos. I don't really get views on my stream, which is fine, right? I'm not expecting there to be crossover because they're completely different content. And so it creates a weird like a strange situation where I'm like, you know, essentially having two separate personas, I guess. Or it's like I've got, you know, my YouTube recordings on one hand, my stream on the other hand, and I don't know. I mean, I think it's fine, but I don't think that there's necessarily a problem there of having them be their own thing, and having both of them exist at the same time. Because I even at one point, you know, considered making like normal YouTube videos. And even those would be distinct from everything else, right? So I don't think that it's an issue. I just think that it's something where I have to think about more, like, where do I want my attention to be? Am I okay with there being both of these existing at the same time, distinctly? And I don't know. I really do want to put more focus on my shorts channel, because I think that that's probably one of the best ways to like create engagement with my content. You know, if somebody sees like a 40-minute Vampire Survivors episode with no editing, 99% of people are not going to watch it, right? Whereas something that's a YouTube short, people might just scroll through. It might be 10, 15 seconds, and if people like it, I don't know. Maybe they'll want to engage with other stuff. I don't know. I'm not an expert at gathering the youth to my side in today's day and age. I'm no longer one of them, so hard for me to say. But yeah, I don't know. That's just what I'm thinking right now. But I'm definitely going to play the new Vampire Survivors DLC. I'll make that clear. If I do move on to converting this series to a Slay the Spire series, then what I'll probably do when the DLC comes out is I'll do like the reverse of what I'm doing now, if that makes sense. So I'll do Slay the Spire every day, and I'll do Vampire Survivors on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, the new DLC. That was just a long-winded way of me basically saying that. So hopefully that made sense. Hopefully I didn't bore you to sleep with that one. But yeah. Moving on to the actual game. I mean, our run looks pretty solid, if I'm being honest. That's just my take. You know, we've got, no, apparently we have almost 4,000 maxed health. I don't know when that happened, but I'm gonna go ahead and chalk it up to the Victory Sword, because Victory Sword is quite a disgusting weapon. So, yeah, you know, I'm not really expecting us to lose this run. 4,000 health, very good weapons, pretty good Arcana. What am I looking for? Healing is doubled, and healing damages enemies. Nah, it's not that good, but I'll go ahead and take it, just so I actually get something. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not expecting to lose this run. I mean, I guess, well, no, because the Victory Sword scales with Divine Bloodline, right? So even whenever we evolve the Garlic, the Victory Sword is still going to get crazy base damage if we end up being low health. But even then, I mean, I don't know. It's going to be pretty difficult for us to actually take a meaningful amount of damage. And, like, you know, we have at least one revive, so even if we do somehow end up dying, we're going to respawn with, like, half of our health. It's pretty silly. I mean, I'm tanking this guy. The guy who normally, like, one-shots you, I'm tanking him. Okay. This is pretty silly. He's dead. The guy that normally takes 10 years to kill on inverse mode died within like 15 seconds. And I'm going to guess that part of that is because of Divine Bloodline. And now we have even more health. We have 5,000 max HP. My god. We are unstoppable. Alright, well, let's go pick up that Attract Orb. We're coming up on 63,000 enemy kills at 14 minutes. That's actually not that good of a pace, to be honest. So, I mean, we should be fine, right? Like, with the current pace, we'll end up at 100,000 kills. But obviously the enemies later on become much tankier, so I am slightly worried about our kill count, but I have faith. I have faith that we'll be able to reach the big numbers. You know, I don't know much about the new DLC. I assume that it's going to be very similar to this one. I saw a little bit that it's supposed to be like a fantasy theme, which I think is really cool. So I'm hoping that there's, you know, a bit more like magic and like fantasy monsters, I guess. That would be cool. Maybe like an Excalibur, some knights. I'm definitely a fan of that kind of like medieval fantasy environment. I'm also a fan of like the more what's the word? I actually can't think of it. Like, you know, the normal Castlevania type theme, where it's like vampires and vampire hunters and all that. I don't know. But I wanted to, like a European thing. I don't freaking know, dude. I give up on thinking. You get the idea. I'm also a fan of this kind of a theme, you know, like, I mean, it's mostly inspired by Japanese stuff, I would imagine. Maybe there's a little bit of other East Asian cultures thrown in, but it definitely feels more Japanese. But, yeah, you know, I'm a fan of all of it, but I think the medieval fantasy will lend itself quite well, I would say, to this type of game. Dude. We're killing like 2 enemies per second, by the way. I just want everybody to be aware of that. Very few enemies are actually dying. So, yeah. I'm getting sussed out. I'm thinking we might not actually be able to kill 100,000 enemies. Which is quite worrying. So we might have to do another run with this guy. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'll just do a run on like non-inverse mode. Maybe that can end up being interesting. Even more casual. A hurry mode, non-inverse, where I just obliterate every single enemy on screen to get 100,000 kills. I could end up trying that. Now these guys are here. Well, okay, hold on. If these guys don't have any knockback, maybe we can work this. Because the main problem with those weaker enemies was that they were all getting knocked back, right? So it was like way harder to kill them. What the heck? Where's the entrance to this cave? Oh, it's up here. Stupid. Nah, I mean, we're barely killing like any enemies, bro. I don't think we're getting up there. But maybe I shouldn't give up hope. Now, I actually don't know which items we need in order to evolve the Summon Knight. It might just be Duplicator. In which case, let me try to level up real quick. Dude, look how many guys there are. They're just like sitting here. Okay, it is just Duplicator, I'm pretty sure. There we go. Max Duplicator. Oh, and now we're in this mode. I forgot Suto also goes Super Saiyan whenever he gets maxed out. So now we got a Muramasa evolution. And now what we can also do is go pick up the other Night Sword and evolve that into a Muramasa as well. Then we'll have double Muramasa. How about that? Now the problem is that we'll have to go get the Stone Mask, which might take a second, but it's fine. Where's it at? Here we go. Aha! Oh my god, look how many teams there are, bro. We're also, like, not getting any XP from these guys. Because we're not really killing many of them. Maybe I should have just gotten the gift from the Victory Sword. But then the curse would have maybe made it harder. I don't know, whatever. I'm done thinking about it. I've given up on getting the kills in this run, so I will move on with my life. Let's also go get the Candelabrador, because apparently I forgot to do that. I mean, the good news is that we're still not taking any damage. I don't know if we've even gone below our max health, which is also surprising. I do wish that I had the Arcana that, like, doubled our crit damage or whatever. Because that would probably be doing quite a bit more damage than we are right now. It's fine. Extra area could help us with getting more kills. I don't know. I said I gave up already, but I'm still coping. I'm still coping that somehow we can get 30,000 kills in 10 minutes. Even though we got, like, 3,000 kills in the past 6 minutes. Yeah, I mean, it really is just the knockback that makes it hard. Like, having all these small enemies that aren't that strong get knocked back super far away because of the upgraded garlic. It's like I just can't hit them. Especially whenever, you know, I've kind of tried to build most of my build around retaliatory damage. It's like, alright, well, don't know what I can do here. Yeah, it's alright. We'll just run around. Maybe I won't even evolve in that other Night Sword. There's supposed to be like an Arcana. Oh, there's the Arcana ghost down there, I think. To our right. There he is. Should I run over to him? Oh, I'm knocking him further and further away. Just... Alright. Oh, one day he's gonna die, probably. I don't know when that day will come. This is so silly. I should probably leave this area though, because whenever the big bosses spawn, then it's like only going to be these Oni, which would be kind of boring, I think. Oh shoot, I should go get the silver ring as well. I'm not going to be getting much XP for the rest of the run, but you know, I should still at least try. Where am I going? Hello? Kind of hard to move around the map when I can't see the map. Snore, snore, snore. Okay. We got him. We're killing the red ghost. That's kind of cool. I don't know how often I've done that before. Oh, 2 chests were dropped. Boom. Candelabrador. And oh my god, a third chest. I guess, are these all the skeleton guys maybe that are dropping these? I don't know. Okay. Die, fools. Aha, they're all frozen, so now they can't get knocked away. They also aren't taking damage from my retaliatory damage, but that's fine. I mean, we're probably... No, I was about to say we're probably getting more kills out here because the enemies are less tanky, but we're definitely getting a lot less kills out here because the enemies are just getting knocked back. At least we can kill these ghosts. Another chest upgrade. Look how big these claws are right now. For the, what is it? I think Echo Knight is what it's called, maybe? Or Night Echo? I don't know. Something like that. Whoa. Okay. I think that might have been my bad. I think I clicked off the game and then it started to lag it for some reason. I don't know what's going on. Let me check my max HP. 6,390. Yup. Is there something that makes rosaries more common to appear? That would be kind of fun. Oh, okay. Well, I picked up that rosary, I guess. It'd be kind of fun to have a thing like that. Because you have the one arcana that makes the Orologians more common. Like, I don't know, just rosaries forever. I mean, I guess it's kind of like the pentagram thing. Aha! We got it. No rerolls required. My crits are now twice as strong. Let's see if that changes anything. We got the dragon here. Durgan. Are we even taking damage? I don't think so. I'm surprised we're healing for so much. Because, like, I know that we have the Fulu and the Soul Eater and the Wind, whatever the Wind's called. And the Pomarola and the Metaglio left. And the Arcana that gives her healing. I know it's a lot of healing, but, like, I don't know, it still doesn't feel like it should be that much. Whatever. No big deal to me. I guess that is something that I'll say. We did lose a lot of damage from losing our Divine Bloodline damage boost. So that is certainly slightly unfortunate. Like the Victor Sword and Garlic aren't getting buffed. I mean, obviously we don't have the Garlic anymore, but also didn't have Vento Sacro. Yeah. Whatever. Whatevs. Just run around. I do want to get out of the Oni caves because of the reasons I mentioned earlier. I don't want to just be fighting these yellow and red Oni for the entire rest of the run. I want to fight against the actual enemies. I guess I could go try to get the stone mask. First I have to figure out how to get off this mountain. There we go. I think I'm getting there. Picked up some kind of consumable. It sounded like a Oh yeah, I think it was a vacuum, but it's kind of hard to tell. I can't tell which of these is from me killing the enemies versus the vacuum sucking them to me. That looked like a vacuum though, and it sounded like a vacuum. Oh, here's another vacuum down here, right? Oh, did I pick up that vacuum from the road because of my attract? That's kind of interesting. Okay. I still don't really know how attract works. I mean, I think that it just picks up everything aside from, like, items. Like, stage items. Alright, so, like, consumables, gold, experience gems, all that stuff it picks up. But if it's, like, a stage item, it doesn't. Which, I definitely like that more. That way it's not like, oh, you accidentally, you know, got into range of the stage item because of how freaking big your attract is. Now you gotta make a decision if you want it or not. We have not gotten a single kill on any of these big enemies. So I guess our defenses are working quite well. Just keep them at bay with all of our knockbacks. Hi, fool. Oh, there's Oni back here. I don't think I've ever seen these guys. Kind of interesting. They don't appear to take much damage. Alright. More lore. That's what I really want to see in the DLC, the new Vampire Survivors DLC. I want to see more lore. I've said it once, I'll say it again. We need a Vampire Survivors Vati. Where's our lore god? I don't know. Librarian, scribe, whatever you want to call it. Where's that person? We need that for this game. I want to know more about Arca and Porta. Are they siblings? Are they married? Are they unrelated? I need to know. And what I also need to know is, did you enjoy this video? Because that's the end of this run. We're going to quit out. Echo Knight. Dang, it actually did the most damage. I'm surprised by that. But I guess at a certain point, our victory sword stopped doing anything. Because enemies literally just couldn't get close enough. And then Fuulu was also pretty high up there, so... I don't know. That is surprising to me, but... whatever. Yeah, anyways. Alright, we still didn't get enough money to actually unlock Menya. Which is kind of sad, but it's fine. We still need to get a win with Miang, apparently. That'll be rough. Then, win with McCoy Oni. Win with Menya. Or, like, Megalomenya. Win with Megalasuto. And then we'll be done. So we need 4 wins. A minimum of 5 runs. So, we've still got some more left to play. But, anyways, that'll be it from me for today's episode. Hope you all enjoyed. Hope you have a good day, good night, wherever you are in the world. And I hope to see you next time, where we're gonna play a character, try to get some kills, try to get a win. Hope to see you there. I'm out of here. Peace.